I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebratin'.
We ain't worry about none, we celebrating.
Yes, sir. What's up, beautiful people? Hope y'all are all having a fantastic day. PulseNation in progress right now, guys. Like, share, subscribe, get content out. Let everybody know, guys. When is moon? Let's have some fun.
When is moon?
Let's have
That's
some
the
fun.
question, bro. Hey, appreciate all y'all being here, man. We got Funk Master HEX as always. Crypto Bendu as always. Shout out to you, Gloria. We see you, Laji. Damn, everybody's here tonight. Wow. Cookie the Chocolate, of course.
Absolutely.
I think we just started following each other on X, me and Cookie. So
congratulations, man. I love Cookie, dude. She's been a long time follower.
Hell yeah.
You know, for HEX.
Definitely.
Long time supporter.
Definitely.
So much love for Cookie the Chocolate. So much love to every single one of y'all beautiful people, man. To all the people who are out here, the fantastic friends, family, Patreon members, all of it, guys. Like, it's just so much love going on inside. I know we got a lot of chaos happening inside the ecosystem where people are happy one day, but I mean, you look at it sometimes and you're like, yeah, just know what the color of the candle is that day based on everyone's reaction and emotion. So I was looking at some interesting information on this one, and I was like, bro, I mean, barring something crazier happening, which granted has happened in the past, we've been on the bullish trajectory for the last, I don't know, at least few months now at this point in time. So looking forward to seeing what's really going to be happening in the next few coming months as well. Because I started looking back at some charts and stuff, and just from the time of us hitting the all-time lows of everything, we're on that nice little bullish trajectory once again that we were on right before August. So
hello.
I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Thank you. We're moving up, and that's all that matters. Is we move. We're not moving back. We're not going backwards. We're going forward.
Exactly.
So you just gotta wait. Do what you want. Buy what you want. Nobody's stopping you, bro. Right. Get what you want to get. Get whatever. We don't care, bro. Just don't shill it on my timeline. Don't shill it in the comment. We don't want to hear about it. Get your coins. Do what you got. Nobody cares, bro. Be a man. Buy what you want to buy. We're not your dad, okay? Like, you can do what you want. Daddy, no, Daddy, don't be mad at me. Stop crying, bro.
Yeah, so, hey, it's all good. It's all good for real. For all the people who are out there who are just, going through some different stuff in life that, they having some struggle, man. They're having an identity crisis at this point in time. They don't know what to believe anymore, and they're having some struggle and where they want to put their belief in, right? All their previous beliefs, I guess, have just gone out the window, which is wild, bro.
Oh, I love it. Wild. You go out the window with your beliefs. Just open it up and hop out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what kills me. People will not believe. They'll sell everything, and then they'll stick around and talk shit. Bro, if you're out, you're out.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. If you sold and you don't believe no more, bye. We don't need you here. We don't need your commentary. It's okay. Like, move on. Find your next project. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. I don't know. It's what's funny is they come for it because the engagement in the HEX community is still wild, which is hilarious. People still use it to restart their engagement and get people restarting. Yeah, you look back and you're like, you see no content or no views or anything for a long time, and then like, oh man, let's look and talk about this little thing called HEX. Why are people still interested in it? And they say one thing or another that just drive everyone freaking wild, dude. Everyone just responds and comes at it flocking, where people are now responding from different points of view from day to day, which is just wild. Okay, like to respond with different points of view between each other, sure, I get it. To respond from different points of view within yourself, did you like bipolar right now, guys? Get in control of what is going on of your emotions.
Facts. Hold
up. I'll be right back.
Take your time. Yeah, man. People, it's just funny because they'll tweet, "Oh my God, I love HEX, I love PulseChain," and get 200 likes.
Yeah,
And then for whatever reason, they like some other shit coin and they tweet about the shit coin and get no likes. And then it turns into, oh, actually, I like HEX again, because you like that attention. You want to be loved. You want to be noticed. Go, bro. If you got another coin that's better, go talk about that coin. You don't got to linger here. We don't need your negative commentary. We don't need none of that. We're good. We'll be all right. We're going to be fine.
Yo, Breezy Bird doing it right. $100 DCA a week. Let's go. Let's go.
Weezy's the GOAT. Weezy's the GOAT. I'm into shaking people out. You know, I'm into that. I'm into guys getting out of the community. I'm into the whale selling. I don't want everybody here for the magic carpet ride. You can't do a magic carpet ride. Shout out to some big pumps coming in 2024. You can't do a magic carpet ride if everybody's here. Some of y'all got to get the hell out of here. Just go. All right.
Logic,
and then
Logic 33 says the best right there, man. And what's funny is, again, people are looking at these wins that they have just recently as like this victory overall, that their short-term victory has just been completely, doing West so much better. And you're like,
I turned $30 into $800. That's a win, bro. I guess if you say so. I'm not impressed.
Right.
You know, I get like, if I go make a paycheck, like that's a quarter of my check. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a big deal, bro. It's like you just made that off of a gamble. I make that every day, bro. I make that weekly, bro. Right. It's not, it's not a big deal. It's crazy.
Yeah, and another thing too is the people got out just a little bit too soon, to be fair.
Yeah.
And they are kind of refusing to just go get a normal job like a normal human being, because they escaped the Matrix for a while, and that Matrix escape was phenomenal, right? It probably felt really enlightening, really, uplifting. They achieved many goals that they had, and now all of a sudden you see people, exiting and pulling out, 100,000, 200,000 just to pay off some capital. I was watching one of DCC's interviews where a 22-year-old took 60 and then ended up getting into 150K in debt, and talking about all that good stuff, like had 60K in the beginning. And I was like, bro, like those are moments in time where shit is wild and crazy. A lot of people ended up putting themselves in that position because, well, I mean, let's talk about it, man. Not many people, myself included, thought we would be down below sacrifice price, but not only below sacrifice price, now going on 6 months below, where PulseChain and Pulsex are 50-80% down. Like a lot of people did not anticipate not only it taking 2 years for PulseChain to launch,
right?
Like talk about that, 2 years for it to just launch. I was thinking the other day, bro, what would have happened if PulseChain had launched 2 years ago? Where do you think PulseChain would be at today? Right. And so my mindset was going, because if you just give it time for it to do what it was going to do anyways, my anticipation or thought on that is that we would have launched back in 2 years ago. We would have gone down just like we did in the same process, same time. And then 2 years later, we'd be in the situation where we are today, but where it may have been 50, 100, 200, 300x higher. And so I realized that people are having that short-term mindset because they think they've already waited 2 years. No, you've waited 6 months so far. Yes, you did have to wait 2 years for the project to launch, but the price has only been available for 6 months for the
still early
overall public. So congrats, you were able to get in early for the sacrifice, but the people who are getting in now, it's blessings on blessings, dude, for all the prices everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
Like let's just talk about. So, but I was thinking in that regard, like what if PulseChain had launched 2 years ago? Where would it be today? Right? 2 years later. And that's what I'm like, dude, where are we going to be at 18 months from now, guys? Where are we going to be at in May of 2025?
Somewhere nice.
Where?
Somewhere nice.
I don't know. I imagine it's going to be pretty freaking epic, though, my friends.
It'll be better than today.
It'll be better than today, dude. And every single day, as long as this continues to keep on going and the bull market's always going to come around anyways, it's coming, guys. It's coming.
Yeah.
Give it a chance.
It's coming. You gotta wait. And all this stuff you see, all these shiny objects, that's really for the people with super bags, man. Guys who are trying to like get a 2x off of $500,000. you know, if you got $7,000-8,000 in this ecosystem, you're not going to really kill it like that just going into whatever project, you know. But if you're sitting on $500,000 and playing with 200-300K, sure, you know, go do what you got to do, man. But it's just them guys with the big money and playing with big money, they entice the little guys, and the little guys are the ones who become exit liquidity. Y'all go in there thinking you're gonna become a shark or a whale or make $500,000, and you really just gonna get. They're using you to, you know, to dump on your head. You know, this is. I just can't believe it, bro.
It's a weird little thing. It's a weird little thing going on right now where people are mad at some people and just OGs and who's selling, and again, based on the candle color, you know what I mean? Like, I promise, when we turn freaking green candles, I started looking. I think we're going on like 11 days of green candles now, or something along that line. Either way, there's just simple little notions that you can actually notice people's emotions, even in Twitter and other spaces, or X and other spaces. You know what I mean? You can literally see a difference in how they behave and what they interact with. Do they like? Do they comment? Are they resharing? Are they retweeting? All this stuff, all of this stuff based on the candle color, my friend. That's it. Like, hey, it's a crazy time. Let me see. Somebody says everyone has to know that there's been 20 hex clones and they never survive because they have no cult. There's only one RH and one PulseChain and one cult. Largest sharks have been rinsed and continue to get rinsed.
Pulse Doge win, Pulse Bitcoin, PZen, bro. We seen it all. And Zen. Now this other, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, you know, again, guys are gonna get, bro. I have dudes that were talking mad shit not long ago about a Tropa that have not tweeted in months because they got smacked and they have nothing else to say.
I don't know if I muted it or if they just shut up.
Oh my god, smacked, bro. You told me fame and fiat. You told me 9-inch. You told me all that goofy. It's all goofy, man. It really is. And my whole thing is, this is the last thing I'll say. Just real quick. Crypto Wonder says, attention seeking degens. When I degen, I seek no attention. Yo, if you are doing your thing, making money, whatever, you got into some coin, keep it to yourself, bro. You don't got to be shouting from the mountaintops, because you know goddamn well when you're shouting from the mountaintops, people follow, listen to, and they trust in what you're doing. So they're gonna follow you. And you have to understand that responsibility when they get wrecked, when they get destroyed, following you into that shit. You know what I mean? It should, like, something should go off in your head. Like, maybe I should keep this on the low, make my money. Like, why are you shouting from the mountaintops about your degen plays? You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing, because I was actually thinking about this as another reference as well. Because prior to PulseChain, prior to HEX, my bad. Prior to HEX, I didn't make a fucking tweet, video, anything about any of my investments at all. Okay. I was listening in on these different groups and different medias and all the different areas that I could possibly do. Listen to all the TA, but I wasn't out there putting my knowledge or whatever I shared or whatever I bought out there as well, because I didn't want anyone to know. Yeah, I would talk in between friends and stuff like that. You should be able to share that information between your colleagues and friends, don't get me wrong, and family as well. But yeah, I wasn't putting that information out. I'm not saying, hey, this is a play I'm going and doing. Hex came around and was like, dude, this makes sense. I will put my name behind this one. I will put my name out there behind this one. I will put my face behind this one, because this is a truly, truly amazing product, y'all. You don't get it. Hex works. It has been for over 4 years now, paying flawlessly every single freaking day, y'all. Even look, if you have 100 T-shares right now, you get paid somewhere around $3 a day, something like that on the Hex, on the Ethereum side, and you get paid somewhere in the ballpark of about $6 to $7 per day on the PulseChain side. But what's interesting about that is just a 10x from these prices alone make it to where you start making $30 per day in yield that you've been earning and minting just because you staked your Hex. Then you go from $30 a day to also $70 a day if you're staked on the PulseChain system, and these numbers are going to fluctuate. But guys, look at this. Look at that just from a standpoint of, even from a basic standpoint, $30 per day times 30 days, $900 extra a month. I can guarantee you that if done correctly, you can use this to allow yourself to have things covered where your expenses, actually Disciple said it best, you want to get to a point in time where your interest earned covers your expenses. That's it. And HEX is going to allow that to be the case, because we're just talking about a 10x from these prices, my friends. We're just talking about going back up to 4 cents, you know? Or what if we just go back up? What if we just go back up to 40 cents, for example? What if you start making $300 per day? Or what if you start making $700 per day because you're staked in HEX? Guys, these numbers add up, and they add up fast, okay? Like, if you're over here making $300 a day, again, $300 a day for over 30 days, that's $9,000 that month. Many expenses can be covered at that point in time. And again, we're just talking about reaching 40 cents in that level, right? Like, guys, these numbers aren't that wild, okay? You just have to figure out, you have to go back to that simple basic T-share, guys. It's about the T-shares. Get some T-shares. Have yourself some T-shares, because every single day at 0.0000 UTC time, the sucker rolls over, calculates how many T-shares, you get paid HEX. Boom. Let's go. Let's freaking go. And it just accrues. And if done correctly, y'all can essentially cover to where you don't have to worry about anything in the future. Now, Cookie to Chocolate asks this. Say, do you agree with Sami? The RH pumped HEX to 54 cents, and the real all-time high should have been 10 cents. If he already injected so much money, we have little chance that he would do that again. What's your take? So I have my own opinion. I'm welcome to share. Would you like to share any of your thoughts first?
My thoughts on that is I don't fucking know. So yeah, man, you take it over from here.
Well, so this goes back. Remember the conspiracy theory talk that we were talking about the other day, right? The last stream that we did, the PulseNation stream. Yeah. So that whole conspiracy theory talk. Actually, one of the conspiracy theories is that Richard Hart pumped the HEX coin all the way up to the price that it did, because conveniently, if you look at it, HEX reached 56 cents, which allowed it to be the 10,000x within 2.5 years, like he had claimed. And it allowed it to be done in such a way that it would beat faster than Ethereum when it did it. What's crazy about that is it basically hit the exact point in time it needed to be 10,000x, and then we went down. So like conspiracy theory, it means like, why did we go down right there? Like, what are the fucking chances? But at the same time, you know, yes, there could have been that to been the case using other protocols that allow the rinse or whatever, like Tornado, before it ended up being banned or whatever. So, or you know, started, any of that like could have been used. Sure. I think once it was actually all done, and when HEX was reaching its all-time high, I don't think that was because the injection of Richard Hart doing anything. I think if anything, that was done previous to that, like we'll say the first 1,000x even, or maybe even 5,000x, and then it just needed a 2x above that. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Now, the way it worked is the PulseChain sacrifice did a massive, I mean, a massive pump for the HEX price, because everyone had thought PulseChain's going to launch within like 2 freaking months. I want to get all my copies of my every single thing copied. I'm going to go through and make all my stakes right now. So you got to understand, when PulseChain sacrifice went through, everyone was just trying to set their situation up to where they would be allowing themselves the best opportunity available. They were afforded the best chance if they would have just set it up at that time, because they get all their stakes copied, all their HEX copied, all their money, everything was done. Obviously, fast forward, we had the sacrifice for Pulsex, right? And so what happened was we got a massive pump all the way up, basically toward the end of the year, right toward the end of the year, when we were reaching back into that little range of even 30 cents again. We had another sacrifice, and that almost suppressed the price. The sacrifice caused a suppression for a period of time, because whales played whale games. The first few days of the sacrifice, if you were in early, you were given a bonus multiplier. And so if you were a whale, you're not trying to allow someone else after you to allow you to get a higher multiple just because they waited a couple more days or whatever. So really, the people who were early on that one got the max benefit. And also, they continued to suppress the price until the sacrifice period ended. When it ended, the pump really happened at that point in time. I don't even know. Let's take a look at the chart. I bet you can actually just look at the exact chart when this went down.
Let's see.
Yeah, let me just see if I can pull it up real quick. So go on here, flip to log. All right, so sacrifice, all the way back over here. So it was around July. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's just pull this up real fast. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Little brand. What music do y'all want in the background, man? I'm gonna throw on some music in the background. Let me know if that works for you. If that music don't work, we just my man Wes will handle it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Go flip it here. All right, bet and share. So basically, what happened? Was July came around and we had the sacrifice period for PulseChain at that time. Okay, so PulseChain sacrifice happened around this time. He actually had a massive increase of people coming in and being like, "I want to participate in this." Okay. Now from there, over the span of the next 19 days, essentially, we really kind of got suppressed in the price because of the volume multiplier that I was discussing earlier. So we actually continued to stay suppressed until the end of the sacrifice period, which was 19 days. And then we just did an absolute tear, which allowed us to basically get up to the 56 cents that everyone now knows and claims as all-time high. Whoops. So we actually did this little pump, which was, again, that little 3x all the way up to here, right? Or a 4x, I should say, at that point in time. So that was the first one. Everyone thought PulseChain was going to launch. PulseChain obviously did not launch. Everyone kind of got a little sad during this time. And then guess what happened right around here? We had the sacrifice period for Pulsex came through, and everyone's like, what? Yeah. Once again, suppression in price. This was the announcement of a sacrifice. And then everyone came through, and once they actually had it, they realized, okay, we're going to suppress price again. A lot of people didn't make the same mistakes that they did here. They got in early on that one if they were a part of the Pulsex period, because even I anticipated that we would be suppressing price, right? Because that's exactly what they did before. However, once that happened, the suppression in price really kind of just didn't go, because unfortunately, everyone thought PulseChain was going to launch so much sooner. And they thought PulseChain was going to launch. And then this was the mid-May announcement. Everyone had you remember mid-May? I think we all remember mid-May. Guys, it's launching mid-May, right? Like, we remember that. I definitely do. I was streaming during that time, right? And so mid-May came in here, and they were like, oh, we're getting close. Pump again. Let's start getting excited. Let's start getting the coins. They're going to get duplicated. Oh, mid-May's not happening. Suppression and just tanked the price at that point in time, right? That really was the dagger that kind of like really dug it deep into people, and then from there, people just kind of lost faith at that point in time. It was just an announcement of an announcement, unfortunately, of an announcement of some news, of some news, of some announcement, of some announcement. Everyone, we remember all this, guys. Like, this isn't brand new. And then we had the little pump start happening beginning of January. This is a nice little pump. Once again, a 7x within the span of 80 days at that point in time. A good little pump started happening. People started thinking, oh shit, getting close to PulseChain launch. Well, what did we actually get? PulseChain launch, and people are hurting because they've been waiting for all this time for PulseChain to launch. They had been waiting since all the way back here of July of 2021 for PulseChain to launch. And unfortunately, several people invested more than they could handle. And so they had to take that little rinse in the beginning. We got a little hit. That was to be expected. The last little hit that we did was the SEC. Like I said, we are actually getting a little bullish trajectory. If you look at this, whoops. Let me actually zoom in on that just a smidge more. And we're actually getting a little bullish trajectory. We saw this. We talked about this before, right? And then guess what happened? SEC, I can tell you exactly the candle it was. It was right here because we broke the trend at that point in time with that news. From there, we've been trying to retain and suppress and not suppress. We've been trying to actually regain that level. And right now we're just kind of sitting through what is another little capitulation phase where people are kind of getting slowly washed out. There's not a lot of daily candles going on. It's not really pumping high or low. It's not really too much volume happening overall. So at this point in time, we're just kind of fizzling out while people slowly capitulate and realize, cool, I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer. I got to wait a little bit longer. Unfortunately, I got to wait a little bit longer. And that's the story of this whole thing right now at this point in time. You're going to have to wait.
Part of the game,
longer, man.
Part of the game, you know? I mean, you could take your chances on other things. You know, you could get out of the community, try other things, take other gambles, but I'm going to sit tight. I'm going to sit tight and wait for this thing to perform like it did for the OG Hexicans, you know? So our day is coming. You know, it is what it is.
Guys, it really is, man. It really is, man. And so, like, in all reality, for real, new all-time highs for Hex, Pulse, and Pulsex will be nice. I'm patiently waiting, doing gig economy work to pass the time. 100%. That's what you should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, if you can, be staying active and busy. Like, I get it, man. Like, everyone thought this was going to go so much faster. Everything thought was going to be done so much earlier. Unfortunately, life has a funny way of humbling you, and it likes to teach lessons in ways that sometimes we don't necessarily understand at the time. And you look back and you reflect and you're like, oh, wow, life lesson learned. Right. And so, like, that's
but honestly, nothing has changed. Like, it's like, yeah, we did hope, okay, cool, maybe we get 100x in 90 days. Like, that was like the hope thing, but it didn't happen. But nothing really has changed. We've been talking about survive till 2025 since before PulseChain launched. So I don't know what the rush is. You know, it's literally, if you signed up for this, you had some sort of feeling that this was going to take at least 2 years. You know, it's been 6 months. It's what it is. You know, just nothing changed. We gotta wait. Waiting sucks. I hate waiting, but it's part of the game.
Yeah, dude, waiting definitely sucks. I think all of us are not only have we just learned to grow impatient because of how life works in our society. Like, literally, I can fucking click a button and shit should be happening. We're streaming to 126 people from around the world. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Like, this is amazing technology that I'm just doing from my house, right? Like, I don't have to have anything crazy. I don't have a fancy setup or nothing wild. You know what I mean? Like, this is done. And what a beautiful time that we live in to be able to just be a part of this and actually experience this as well. Hey, fam says I have a mid-May tattoo.
That's too funny.
Shit. Too funny, man. He also says the same thing. I do believe BTC could potentially retrace to 33,000. I am of that belief as well, that, you know, there could be some potential of that happening. And the main reason being that when you go and just look at technical analysis on charts, things like to come back and retest support levels. So if you look right here, there's a nice support level around this 30,000. We can go up, of course, if you really want to, and say 31. Things like to come back and retrace these little levels to make sure it's nice support. You could even come back as low if you really wanted to, where the support's actually coming along this whole trend over the course of Bitcoin's existence. You know what I mean? So like, it's a crazy little thing, but I do believe that we could potentially be seeing Bitcoin come back down. I wouldn't be too surprised if we actually ended up seeing Bitcoin come down and just, didn't mean to do that. Draw a nice little line here and possibly retrace back down a little 29%, which I think would shock a lot of people, because you have to understand, guys, this is what's going to happen. We got the bullish news happening. You got Bitcoin spot ETF possibly coming through and getting approved. You have the Bitcoin halving starting to come through and make it happen. So all the different things are in play right now. And so people are planning on that because they've seen it play out already in the past. People are going to probably plan it a little faster, though. So instead of waiting until the actual halving, people are probably going to start selling previous to that, because they already think people are going to sell after the news, right? And so, like, you want to get ahead of that curve. So there's going to be a little sell probably around the little March to April timeframe for the coin. I could potentially see it come back and retracing down to even 33K. So yeah, would like to see how that ends up going as well.
Facts, man. It's dog eat dog out here. Everybody's in a race to beat the next guy. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But the beauty of what we got here is, you know, we're taught to hold long term. We're taught to stake. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we came here. We came into the HEX ecosystem because we didn't want to chase shiny objects and try to find the next Pepe or the next Doge or Shiba. It's literally
that life puts so much stress on you, man. Yes, is there potential for money to be made? Sure. But the stress that you put on yourself, you shorten your life by actually allowing you to actually take on that stress. You truly do shorten your life, my friends. Like, I don't want to shorten my life any faster than I need to. Okay? No. Like, there's a reason why I don't drink anymore. There's a reason why I don't smoke cigarettes. There's a reason why I don't do so many things that I used to do, because I want to try to live as long as I can. And you understand that also means I'm going to have to take a look and possibly consider my options when I say, do I want to invest in meme coins, or do I just want to hold in something that I know that I am holding long term, that I have staked going out 15 years, my friends. I just did a 15-year stake today. Okay. I was like, it's been a while since I've done a 55, right? It's been a while, man. Let me just fucking send one out. Send it, okay? Because I know when I'm there 15 years from now, I am going to be so thankful that I took action and did what I did back then. No matter what. We've done the math on this, my guys. We've done it.
Could you imagine being able to stake Bitcoin, 14 years ago, 13 years ago?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being able to stake that and it unstaking today? Like,
and what's crazy is that's just staking and unstaking. That's just you holding the asset without the ability to sell.
Right.
What if you earned additional?
Oh my God, I forgot.
Because you're staked. That's that extra little bit, which, yes, had you just been able to just lock your coins up back in the day, because I heard about Bitcoin back in 2011, beat myself up, didn't do it. Heard about it back in 2016, 17, started getting in. I was doing this little DCA strategy where I would do $100 a week into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Did that for a solid year, I'd say. Got to see some good returns from there.
Right.
And what's funny is started all the little trend into crypto, but that was all on a centralized exchange, guys, because I was doing shit backwards, man. I didn't know any better. You got to understand, right? And luckily, I discovered the Richard Hart community, the ecosystem. I discovered HEX. I discovered, oh shit, I am not secure at all in crypto because I didn't understand crypto. I thought I was in crypto, but that's the same thing when you talk to someone right now. You're like, dude, are you in crypto? And they're like, yeah, man, I got Doge. And you're like, yeah, you're in crypto. Yeah, dude, you got it, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, right. But that's the same logic, man. I didn't know because I didn't know, right? And now that I do know, I'm thankful that I took all my funds off centralized exchanges. And guess where all my money was? BlockFi, Voyager, Celsius. I had money there. No, it wasn't Celsius. It was BlockFi, Voyager. What was the last one? I don't even remember. 2017. Been long ago at this point in time where I don't. But I'm so thankful that I just got funds off there because I would have gotten rich on something that I thought was safe. Because I didn't understand.
You can't tell me, bruh, that following and being invested in Richard Hart products is not gonna become something that you just can't tell me it's gonna be an L, bro. It's got to be a W. When we see him tweet, when we see him talk, all the things he's called out, like all the predictions, it's just like this can't be the biggest L in crypto. It just can't be. The guy's too smart. He's too smart, bro.
Right.
I've yet to seen anybody on his level. So there's no way we F this up. There's no way. Right.
Well, unless you just get out, man. Unless you just unless you get out, unless you just don't give it. Again, you're gonna get it right. It's gonna do what you think it's gonna do, but you got to give it time to do it, unfortunately. And the timing that everyone has been suspecting has been off and wrong. So even if you just look at different charts, it just matters because the span of good news or bad news of anything can happen, and then the pump either goes and comes or leaves or whatever. Either way, whenever that happens, guys, it's still redistribution of wealth. It's the same thing we've been discussing about what's been happening with HEX. We went from well over 300,000 people to now over 370,000 people, I believe, that are currently holding HEX right now, right? And like these are wild stats, guys. That's still, all the stats are still growing. There's more wallets than ever. There's more people bridging in money inside PulseChain than bridging out money inside to Ethereum. There's more there's so many things happening. You have a $0 bridge fee now to come from Ethereum to PulseChain. Are you kidding me? Dude, that is freaking epic, man.
Nobody does it like us. We're very lucky. We just don't know it yet. It's really, that's what it is, bro. We just don't know it yet. It's still up in the air. But there's no way. There's no way we F this up, bro. There's no way. Why us? Why would it be us? Like all the cryptos are pumping. We're not. No, I don't see that. I don't see it. I think we pump the hardest. I do. I think we pump.
Yeah, no, dude. Lee definitely thinks so. Motherfucker said imagine. Let me go back and find it. He said, imagine new all-time highs. I don't even remember. Imagine new all-time highs in 1 to 2 months. I was like, damn, that's some bullshit right there, bro. And could it happen? Absolutely, which is wild. Like, could it happen? Dude, yes. Again, we've seen the power of some whale entity character, big massive bag person, whoever it is, wants to come in, and if they come in and allow them to continue to just buy, and then the people continue dumping their money into this whale, and they just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. If you just have a drunk Michael Saylor basically doing what Pulsex is doing with the buy and burn, and they just continue to buy, they don't just sell, they just buy, and they just get all the people out. Imagine just rinsing all the weak hands out by that method, right? Imagine instead of waiting through rinsing out the weak hands by the method of giving them time, imagine a pump happens with the whale where the people who sell can actually get back in at a better price. That's the problem with what's going on lately is people have been able to sell and then within a span of a few months get back in on a lower price. And then guess what? That same entity who sold once before typically likes to go through and sell again because now they've been in this little trade behavior. And I think PulseChain brought out some of the degen in a lot of people, which is good. I guess not good. It definitely I felt it bring out the degen in me, bro. I've said it already. Like I could start feeling the degen start happening when
it first launched. I was getting in the mix. Yeah, I was getting in the mix.
I was like, I just need to stop doing whatever the heck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like,
man. It's just it's not my method, it's not my style, and it is what it is, bro. Everyone's gonna have their own style and do what works for you, do what works for your bag. You know, if you got a ton of money to play with, you know, be our guest, man. Like, keep burning Pulsex for us, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. But yeah, dude, like and didn't you say Hex did like a 7x in the bear market not long ago? Like it was
the span,
what was the reason?
13 days.
What was the reason? Like randomly?
You can always just say it was one reason or another, but there was green candles, man. People got FOMO. You started hearing people say it again. Damn, I wish I would have gotten more on the lower price. You start hearing those things, right? And that's FOMO speech right there, guys. Like, and that's what happens when you start seeing green candles. You're like, dude, I wanted to continue to DCA, but do I just get in case it just runs right now, right? That FOMO, right? That reaction inside of you. And most times the best thing to do is just continue to DCA or just be consistent with it. And if you want to have some play money that you throw in every now and again for S's and G's, then go for it. You know what I mean? But that's really what's kind of going on lately.
Yeah, nobody knows how crypto works. Nobody knows no one's been right this whole time. So basically I mentioned that and brought that up because who knows the reason why it did a 7x recently. It could do a 10x tomorrow. Nobody knows. No one knows why. No one knows when. It's crypto, baby. That's what happens. We didn't get that special pump yet. Not since the last bull market. Right. So when it comes, don't think you're gonna know when it's gonna come. It comes unexpectedly, and you don't even know the reason.
Facts.
I'll be waiting here for it. I'm gonna get my 100x. I'm gonna get that. I'm getting it.
Yep. Yeah, guys. Hey, guys, do not miss out on this. Wales is kicking off a stream starting in 14 minutes, as a matter of fact. You know, myself and Westcott are definitely going to be in the chat on that one as well. We definitely going to be tuned in. We're going to be having some fun. Yeah, man, let me just say some love to every single one who came in. Red candles bring uncertainty for sure, and that's just what I'm saying. It's just whatever color it is that day. Stop looking at the candle and make your decision. If you want to continue your purchase and have a plan, put a plan in place. The 5 Ps of proper preparation prevents poor performance. That allows you to execute whenever things go accordingly, or maybe a little bit off your decided path of whatever you so decided. Have a plan, guys. Like, put forth the plan just to make something happen. Take advantage of this right now, because these will not be here forever. And there will be a point in time where this price that we see right now is no longer attainable.
Bingo.
At all.
Bingo. Don't let it run off on
at
you.
All.
Don't let it. It's gonna run. Yeah, it's gonna run.
Yep.
And you better
looking
be
at
ready.
The price unless you're buying. Shit, even if you're buying, these prices still right here. Let's go, man. You know what I mean? Like these prices are just at a point in time where they will never be seen again in the future. And so if you can capitalize on it, congrats. But we're talking a year or two from now. Remember when we started the conversation, if PulseChain had launched 2 years ago, where we'd be? Yeah. Well, imagine where we're going to be 18 months from now, guys. That is perfect into what we would consider to be the Bitcoin top, or the overall bull market top, where most people anticipate to see maximum gains. And I would expect something in the similar ballpark ballpark as well, right? We're in between 2025, 2026, but have a plan in place if 2024 comes around and you get to see 1000x on some coin that you like. Put a plan in place, guys. Don't be silly. And with that said, man, I cannot wait to be checking in on whales here, tuning in just a moment. I give so much love to every single one of y'all who come through, the PulseNation peeps. So much love to the replay gang who catches us after the stream as well. Like, share, subscribe, and share all the love that you can, all the positivity you can. Because, again, life is short. Make sure you call someone, tell them you love them. And with that said, we're out. Peace.
So y'all take care. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch.